having a good morning so far and you're surviving lockdown. So for today, if you do have some books or a few pillows, we're just going to grab onto those and we are going to get started lying down on our backs. Just going to give you a few moments to grab those things. If you haven't played with me before, I'm Lauren from the yoga studio. Alright, so making sure you have just something to support yourself close, and we're going to lie down on our backs. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch, knees down towards the earth. Just draw your hands up, palms facing up. Draw your chin towards your chest. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And then allow your eyes to gently close. As you start to gently deepen your breath. Inhaling, count of 4, belly rises, ribs expand and the chest lifts. And exhale the same way. Breathing in, count of 4. And breath out for 4. Just taking your time now to focus on how your body is feeling. Gently move your breath into these areas. With every exhale, see if you can gently let go a little bit more. Letting go of the outside world, any thoughts. Taking another 3 deep breaths, inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Gently draw your knees to touch, and then bring your right knee into your chest. You can straighten your left leg down to the mat. Interlace your fingers over the right knee or the right shin. You're going to start to flex into both feet, push the heels away. And then draw your shoulders away from the ears, chin to chest, creating space through your back body. See if you can use the arm strength to pull the knee a little bit closer towards your armpit. Just allow your eyes to close. We're going to come into a figure 4, so now crossing your right ankle to your left thigh. Interlacing your hands around the back of the left thigh, drawing your right hand through the legs, interlace behind. If this feels okay for you, perhaps you can interlace the hands around the front of the left knee. You should feel a nice stretch into the right glute. Again, draw the shoulders away from ears, chin to chest. Just close your eyes and be here for a moment. Inhaling 4. And exhaling for 4. Just checking everything. See if you can start to squeeze that right shin a little bit closer towards your chest. Maybe push your right elbow into the right knee to create a little bit more space into the right hip. Breath in and breath out. You're going to release your hands. Drop the left foot in front of the left bum. And then grabbing onto that right foot, you can either hold on to the foot, you can perhaps hold on behind the knee, or the peace fingers of the right hand around the inside of the big toe. And then you're going to come into a half happy baby. So again, you're going to bring your right elbow into your right knee. Try and stack the heel on top of the knee. We're grounding down into that left hip bone, left glute. If this feels okay for you, perhaps straightening into that left leg again. It can be quite intense. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. If this feels quite comfortable for you, you can also bring the hand to the blade side or the outside of the foot. One more full inhale. And a full exhale. Gently release the right leg. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Roll your shoulders down your back again. Flex into feet, pushing heels away, nose to toes. Sorry, toes to nose. And on your inhale, just feeling the belly rise up into the thigh. Every exhale taking you that little bit deeper. Don't forget about engaging into the right thigh as well. Inhaling for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale 4. Exhale for 4. Crossing your left ankle to your right thigh, so moving into figure 4. And interlace the fingers around the right thigh or over the right knee, your choice, whatever feels good for you today. Every inhale creating a little bit of space. Every exhale, see if you can move a little bit deeper. If the neck is lifting or the chin is lifting and the shoulders are rounding, try and create space through back of neck between shoulders and ears again. If you did it on the one side, draw the left elbow into the left knee, just going a little bit deeper. Two more full, beautiful breaths. Gently releasing the grip of the hands, drop the right foot in front of the right glute, and we're going to move into a half happy baby. So remember, you can hold on behind the knee here if that feels better for you. Peace fingers around the inside of the big toe. And you want to draw the knee down beside the rib cage. You can straighten into that right leg if you like. Make sure your left elbow is to the inside of your left knee. So you're pushing the knee outwards, but you're drawing the heel on top of that knee. If it felt good for you on one side, moving the hand to the outside of the foot on the other side. Trying to ground down into the right glute. Take your breath into the areas that you feel. And then gently release, grab onto your knee and use that knee to gently help you up to seat. So for now, we are going to grab our book, our cushion, or if you feel comfortable, perhaps you don't need one. We're going to come to sit onto our knees, but we're going to turn our toes underneath. So this can be very intense. I like to straighten my toes a little bit. It makes it feel better. So you're dropping your sit bones down onto the heels. Make sure you're not going into a back bend here. You want to tuck into your tailbone and allow your weight to be heavy towards the heels of the feet instead of weight forward onto the knees. If it's uncomfortable, it makes it much easier if you put a block underneath your bum or a cushion. And then just stay here for as long as you feel comfortable. If you feel that this is too much, you can also just come onto the toenail side of the foot and sit onto your knees. We're just going to bring our eyes to gently close, roll your shoulders back, pull into your core. Inhale for 4, taking your breath into your feet, into your toes. And a big sigh, let it go. Taking 5 more breaths, inhale. Through your nose, exhale slow. Breath in. Breath out. Try and not let the mind chatter about the sensations that are coming up. Trying to relax into your thighs, quiet your mind completely, and just connect to your breathing. Last breath in. And out. Beautiful work. Gently release. And we're going to come down to sit onto the bums. Bring your hands beside the hips. Use that to lengthen through your spine. Roll your shoulders back. If you don't need your hands to push up, you can just lift them off, or you can lift them up to the sky. So we're looking for a straight spine. On your inhale, we're going to point the toes. And on your exhale, we're going to flex the feet. Inhale, point. And exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Holding your flex, inhale, reach your arms up if they're not there already. And on your exhale, gently fold forward. Wherever that is for you, so perhaps you're only somewhere here, that's absolutely fine. Wherever you are, try not round into the spine, so not working the head down first, but rather the belly. So lift your sit bones. Lengthen through front of body, roll your shoulders back, soften into neck. With every inhale, we find that length, that space. With every exhale, allow yourself to gently soften that little bit more. Inhale, find a straight back. Drop your belly first, exhale, fold. One more full in. And one more full out. Rolling up through your spine, inhale. We're going to come into our half lotus here. So grabbing again your blocks or your cushions. We're going to start with our left. So bring your left foot nice and high. So we're going to start just by gently rocking. So you're going to bring the left foot into the right elbow crease. Left arm around the knee, interlace the fingers. If this is too much for you, you can also just hold the foot with your right hand. Try and not round through your spine, draw the sternum up towards the sky and gentle rock left to right. Keep breathing, in for 4 and out for 4. Come to still, inhale, lift the head high, and on your exhale, draw your knee to your nose, touch. Hold here for a breath in. Lift the foot higher, knee to nose, touch, out. Come back to center, release the hands, and then we move into our half lotus. So bringing the blade of the foot into the groin crease. If this is not working for you, you can also bring your foot to the inside but onto a block, a book, or a pillow. If you're in your half lotus and the knee is really high and you feel uncomfortable, you can bring a block underneath the knee. If this is still uncomfortable, you can also sit onto a cushion to relieve some of the hamstring. You can put a cushion underneath the knee of the right leg. Alright, so bringing your arms up here, inhale. And on your exhale, gently fold forward. Allowing yourself to soften, perhaps the foot is moving into the belly. Try and relax your left knee down towards the mat. One more full in. See if you can go a little bit deeper on your out. Come all the way back up to center on your inhale. And on your exhale, draw that left foot over the right, ground down into big toe. Arms up, in. And on your exhale, twist to your left. Wrapping your right elbow around your left knee, hand moves down to the thigh. Make sure that you're grounded equally on both sit bones. So we often tend to lift the bum to try and get deeper. Try and ground down into both sit bones, but then lean the chest back. Roll your back shoulder further away from the body and take your gaze with you. One more full inhale here. Move deeper on your exhale. Draw yourself back to center and moving on to the other side. So straighten into your left or your right foot. Into your left elbow crease. Right arm around the knee, interlacing the fingers. Lengthen through your spine. Remember the variation. If you can't hold on to the foot with the elbow, just grab on with your hand. That's also absolutely fine. Even if you're kind of somewhere here, as long as you're feeling it into that right glute. A gentle rock left to right, roll your shoulders back. And then coming to still, inhale, lengthen straight spine. On your exhale, knee to nose, touch. Hold here, lift your foot a little bit higher. Exhale, touch. Beautiful. Gently release, coming into your half lotus or whatever variation you did on the other side. Remember that you can bring the foot onto a block and a thigh. You can bring a block underneath the knee, underneath the left knee, underneath the sit bone. Just make yourself comfortable. Bring your arms up on your inhale. And on your exhale, gently fold forward. Finding a straight back, inhale. Every exhale takes you that little bit deeper. Let go of your neck. Working into the hips, imagine lifting the sit bones, drawing the belly down onto thigh, and then let go of the neck again. Roll up through your spine, inhale. Bring your right foot over the left thigh, ground down into the big toe. Bring your arms up, in, and on your exhale, twist to your right. Interlace or bring your elbow around the knee, hand down the thigh. Make sure that you're equally grounded onto both sit bones, and then inhale, lean back. Create space between shoulders and pubic bone. And every exhale takes you that little bit deeper. Breathe in, crown of head lifts high. And exhale, twist. Back to center, in. Moving into Baddha Konasana on your out. So now the soles of the feet will touch. Again, you can sit onto a pillow or a block. You can also bring supports underneath the knees if you are really tight. If you're somewhere up here, that's super chilled. So we're going to bring the arms up wherever you are. Inhale. And on your exhale, we gently again fold forward. So if you're not really close, belly towards your heels, you can also bring the hands to interlace around the blade side of the feet. Elbows into the calf muscles, but then again, trying to find a straight back. So draw your shoulders back, draw the chest forward, and then let go of your neck. We're working the knees down to the mat. Imagine lifting the sit bones as we roll forward onto the front of the pubic bone. And then again, we take our breath into the areas that we feel sensation. Inhaling full, belly rises, ribs expand, chest lifts. And exhale, soften. Coming into a halfway lift on your inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands over to your left. Try and reach firmly into that right hand. Try and drop into the right shoulder, and then let go of your neck. Both knees are grounding to the earth. Inhale. And exhale. Back to center, halfway lift. And on your exhale, walk over to your right. Draw your left hand really far over. You should be able to feel this all the way from your hip bone all the way up through the side body. On an exhale, soften into that left shoulder, relax into the neck, either onto the shoulder or forehead down to mouth. Beautiful. Gently come back to center in. Exhale, roll up through your spine. Bring your knees to touch. Come into Navasana. So our bow pose. You can hold on behind your knees. You can drop the toes down if you're feeling a little bit heavy. But wherever you are, make sure that you have a straight back. So pull your chest up towards the sky. Use your core. If you feel comfortable lifting your feet in line with your knees, if that feels good, straighten into your arms. And if you are feeling really energetic today, you can also straighten into the legs. Make sure you're not rounding. You want to pull your chest up to sky. One more full in. One more full out. Crossing over your ankles, we're going to move into our down dog. So you want to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We want to push back towards our heels. You can start with bent knees. Make sure that the fingers are wide open, pushing down with thumb side of hand. A gentle paddle of the heels allows you to lengthen into the hamstrings. Keep your breath long, in for 4. And out for 4. If you can't get the heels onto the mat, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure that you're not forward. So you're not trying to straighten the legs, but the back is rounding. We want to rather bend the knees, lift your sit bones up to the sky, relax into neck as we push our shins or our chest towards our shins. Obviously, if you can straighten the legs, same thing applies. Lift your sit bones up away from your heels. Draw your chest towards your shins. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up onto the toes. Roll tailbone forward. One vertebra at a time moves towards the front of your mat. And on your exhale, drop your knees down, chest and chin. Coming through into your cobra on your inhale. And on your exhale, pushing it back into your down dog. Coming back down onto your knees, we're going to bring the toes underneath again. If you have a towel, a strap, or a belt, grab that now if you have tight shoulders. Bring your arms up, inhale. And on your exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Try and keep your palms together as you lift the hands away. We're not moving into a back bend, so you're not lifting your sit bones. We're tucking into the tailbone, so drawing your pubic bone towards your belly button. Roll your shoulders back and down your spine. A little tuck into the chest, into the chin, towards your chest. Now lift the hands up. Try and keep your palms together. If this is too much, you can bring a strap between. I know guys especially battle with this pose. One more full inhale. Lift higher on your exhale. Beautiful work. Gently release. Come back into your down dog. Walk your feet a little bit further back. And then we're going to point into our right toes and just roll that out. And then we'll point into our left toes and just put weight on it and roll it out. Lifting into the right leg now, inhale, ground down left heel. And on your exhale, draw your knee to your nose, touch. 3 legs, inhale. And on your exhale, bring it to your nose, touch. 3 legs, in. And on your exhale, bring it to your right elbow. 3 legs, in. And on your exhale, bring the foot between the hands, move into warrior 2. So your front foot will now cut through the middle of the back foot. Back foot is in line with the back of the mat. Front foot is facing towards the front of the mat. Try and stack your front knee on top of your ankle, so make sure it's not going over. You'll want your lunge to be quite nice and wide, and then imagine externally rotating the thighs outwards, so squeeze into the bums. Reach into your arms, take your gaze forward, pull your belly in. Breathing in and breathing out. Draw your arms up to the sky, inhale. And on your exhale, interlace your hands behind the back. Open into your chest, take your gaze up. And on your exhale, we're going to start to drop our right shoulder to the inside of our right knee. Then we're going to drop the left shoulder, lift your hands up towards the sky, and let go of your neck. Again, you can use a strap here between the hands. We're only here for another 2 breaths. In. Try to drop the rib cage below the thigh, forehead down to mat. Beautiful. Rotate back up into your warrior two. Inhale. Extended side on your exhale. So try and bring your hand down to mat. We're not here for long. Come back into warrior two. In. Come forward to the front of your mat into your chair pose. So front foot, both feet next to each other, toes touching, slight slip between the heels. You want to look down, you want to be able to see your toes, you want to tuck into the tailbone. So nice straight back. Breathe in. And on your exhale, gently fold. All the way up, reverse swan dive, inhale. And on your exhale, step back with your right foot into warrior two. So the same applies, front foot cutting through the middle of the back foot, squeeze into the glutes, open into both thighs. Keep your breath long. Bring your hands up to the sky, inhale. Interlace hands behind your back on your exhale. Open into your chest if you need to use your strap. And on your exhale, drop your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Drop your right shoulder down as well and let go of your neck. Keep your lunge nice and deep. So you want to try and push pubic bone forward. Use your body to move the knee to the left side of your mat. Come back to center, warrior two, inhale. Extended side on your exhale. Warrior two on your in. Step it forward, chair pose on your out. Breathe in. And on your exhale, gently fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And on your exhale, fold further. Step walk or jump back of mat into your down dog. Inhale. Rounding into your heels on your exhale. Lift into your left leg in. And on your exhale, knee to nose touch. 3 legs, inhale. Bring it to your nose touch, exhale. 3 legs in. And on your exhale, bring it to your left elbow. 3 legs, inhale. And on your exhale, bring it back to your left elbow and then bring the foot in line with your left hand. So now your left foot is to the outside of your left hand. I'll move back a bit to make sure you guys can see me. You can drop that back knee if you want to. If this feels okay, dropping down onto the right elbow. You can bring the left toes off of your mat. Allow the knee to move away, perhaps joining with the left elbow. One more inhale here. One more exhale. Hands underneath your shoulders in. And on your exhale, we're going to move into our half pigeon. So you want to bring the knee to the outside of the left hand or wrist. The toes will either be behind the right wrist or down towards your right hip bone. Drop into the back knee. Inhale, find a little bit of space. And on your exhale, gently fold forward. So if you're really high, you can bring a block, book, or pillow underneath your left bum cheek. Make sure that you're not leaning over either to left or right. Your hip bone should be parallel to your mat. Again, take your breath into the areas of sensation, whatever your feels are coming up. Let's take a releasing breath, big sigh, tongue out. Perhaps you can go a little bit deeper for the last breath. Then we come hands underneath our shoulders, push it back into your down dog. We're going to lift into our right, inhale. On our exhale, bring knee to elbow touch. 3 legs in. To the elbow touch. And then using your core, step it to the outside of your right hand, moving into runner's lunge. Remember, whatever you did to the one side, do to the other, so you can lift into the back knee or drop it down. Left elbow move to mat, perhaps big toe off of the right side of the mat. Perhaps joining with the right elbow. Have a look at your right leg, make sure that your heel is not behind the knee. You want it in front, so that heel should be nice and high, either in line with the hands or the elbows. See if you can soften into your shoulders, into your neck. Find your breath in for 4 and out for 4. Hands underneath your shoulders, in. Half pigeon on your out. Remember to try and balance your hips so you're not over onto your right bum cheek, and your right knee is out to the side, so make sure that your right knee is not in line with your hip forward, it's out to the side of your mat. Creating a little bit of space on your in, exhale, gently fold forward. Remember, you can have a pillow underneath your right bum cheek. Let go of your neck. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a big sigh, let it go. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, inhale. Push it back into your down dog on your exhale. Step, walk or jump, feet are wide, in line with your hands, coming into your squat. Hands to heart center. So I like my toes just off of my mat. You want to squeeze into the bums. You can also bring books or blocks underneath the bums or the heels. Try not round through your spine to draw the chest up, shoulders down, crown of head towards the sky. Another deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Either stay where you are, otherwise if you feel comfortable, lift up onto your toes. Maybe lift the elbows off of the knees, so using your core to hover. Inhale and exhale, come back down. Hands down to your mat, straighten your feet, straighten your legs, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, heel to your feet together. And on your exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Reverse all the way up, inhale. And on your exhale, draw your hands to heart. So from here, we're going to go into our half lotus. We'll start on the right. So we're going to come and bring our foot as high as we can to start with, trying to bring the blade of the foot into the groin crease. You'll hold onto the foot as you gently soften the knee down. If you need to hold onto the foot the whole time, that's absolutely fine. Bring one hand to heart. If you can manage, bring both hands to heart. Stop stop wherever you feel most comfortable, but if you do feel okay here, we're going to move into a forward fold. Keep your half lotus. If this feels good, you're going to bend into your left knee, come toes, and we're moving into our toe stand. So some days this works, some days it doesn't. Don't judge yourself, be absolutely kind with no criticism. Engage into your core, lengthen through crown of head. If and when you feel ready, bring your hands to heart. See how long you can hold it for. Perhaps it's only one hand today, that's cool. Keep trying. All right, bring your hands down, come back into a forward fold. Everyone meets back in their half lotus, tree variation. And then gently release. Maybe you need to just walk the knee out. I'm going to do this one sideways. So we're going to bring our left foot now up. Over exaggerated so you can bring the blade of the foot into the groin crease, relaxing the knee down. So make sure that you don't stick the bum out here to try and hold the foot. You want your core engaged, hands to heart. Maybe keep holding the foot if that needs to happen. That's absolutely fine. If and when you feel ready here, coming into a forward fold. Either stopping here, otherwise going into your toe stand, so lifting onto the right toes, sitting down onto the heel. Perhaps you're holding here just trying to find a bit of balance. Maybe you can bring one hand to heart. Maybe you're going to bring both hands to heart. Wherever you are today, it doesn't matter if you fall out, just have fun with it. One more breath. And then coming back into your forward fold, lifting up, use your core, and then gently release. Just walking the feet out. Maybe rotating into the ankles. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. And a big sigh, let it go. Beautiful work. We're going to come back into our chair. Inhale. Lift up onto our toes on your exhale. And then we're going to very gently soften, sit bones down onto heels. Bringing the hands facing towards the front of the room. And then see if you can drop down onto your heels, but keep the bum hovering. And then softly down to earth. Grabbing onto your knees, a little rock. Onto your tailbone. Before gently rolling one vertebra down onto your mat at a time. Bring your feet as wide as your mat and drop both of your knees down to the right. Take your gaze over to the left. If you need to have a big sigh, if you're holding on to anything, that's absolutely fine. Breathe in, count of 4. Breathe out, count of 4. Coming back to center on your inhale. And on your exhale, dropping your knees over to the other side, take your gaze. Draw yourself back to center. And then gently push your heels to either side of the mat. Toes flop out. Draw your shoulders in and down your spine. And then draw your chin towards your chest. If you would like to close the seal, connect with the body, you can bring your left hand onto the belly, right hand onto the belly, left hand onto your heart. And then connect with that beautiful flowing breath again. Excuse me. So we inhale, breath into belly, feel the belly rise into your right hand. Then feel the chest rise into your other hand. And then exhale, soften belly and soften chest. Inhale, belly, then chest. Exhale, belly softens first and chest to follow. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Noticing how your body feels different to the start of your practice. Noticing all the feels that came up, anything, any thoughts. Noticing all the whispers of the body. Acknowledging all of it with kindness and no judgment toward yourself or others. Every exhale allows you to let go, perhaps sigh to help that release. I'm going to leave you there to do your Shavasana or your meditation. Try and stay there for another 10 minutes or another 10 breaths. If you would like a guided meditation, you can go onto the Yoga Studio Ballito's YouTube channel. Otherwise, we'll be sending you a meditation for today a little bit later. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. From me to you, namaste.